Wow. McLaurin with a dagger bomb, Jaden Daniels. Right as I turn the clock on, or turn the camera on. An absolute dime piece. What a grab. Left foot, knee. Oh, right foot, knee. Yeah, that's a touchdown. That's a fucking touchdown. What a grab. Wow. Well, I will say this. I got a text from Mr. Grassy Fields right before I pressed record on this. Good call on Jamar Chase. I told you, 5 to 7 catches, about a $132 touchdowns. He's got to be somewhere near that. I did not expect Washington to put points up this like they did against the Bengals. A missed kick really fucked it up. This should be a 38-31 game right now. But this is the shit that I'm talking about. And this is how it was all weekend. What did I say about Jaden Daniels? What did Mr. Sanders say? Which, hello to the people, Mr. Sanders. I'm riding solo on this one without Mr. Wright, everybody. So, welcome to a special edition of the Fades and Parlays podcast. You just caught me at a moment where that was a dime piece. Is that I'm frustrated by our record. 5-5 is just, we are 14-9. I am personally 19 and I believe 19-9 on the season. This is the most losses I've ever had that I went back into my records that I could find to 2013. I've never had 9 losses through 3 weeks. It's never happened. Really frustrated. We started week 3, 0-4. That we hit 5 straight. We're going to lose this Cincinnati game. But knowing that we walked 5-5, we definitely were able to salvage some shit. But I am in no way, shape, or form okay with a 14-9 start. I've never had it happen before. So I'm really not too sure how to feel about this. This is whole new territory for me. I know I could speak for Mr. Wright and Mr. Grassy Fields. There's a reason they put me on. There's a reason why they want me to do this. Minus the Minnesota and Houston game. All my information has been correct. Even in losing causes this weekend. Jaden Daniels, what did I say? By far the most poised and by far the best looking rookie because he keeps it simple. Doesn't do stupid shit. And you've seen it tonight. Perfect example. Chase, 5 to 7 catches, about 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. What did I say? The Bears, run the ball. Stop having Williams running around like his ass is on fire. They started to run the ball. Indianapolis is packing in 8 fucking people, but there's no reason that they scored 16 points, knowing that they went for 2 twice, where he has 50-plus throws. 50-plus throws. And if it wasn't for that Hail Mary at the end, you could take off 55 of that. What did he throw, a 347? There's no excuse on what that dude is doing. Shane Waldron is a joke for an offensive coordinator. He doesn't adjust. He doesn't do anything to help. Again, you saw it. They should have made that field goal in the beginning, 55 yards? When it was 0-0 late, they should have fucking took the field goal when they're sitting at the 2-yard line. Instead, they go for it. And for people that disagree with me, you have to take these points early. You are in a struggle to get points. You have to take them. Give your team a lead and give them something to say, let's protect this. It's okay if we make a mistake. We don't have to keep covering our quarterback's ass, our fucking shitty offensive coordinator's ass on a constant basis. We're able to make a mistake and still keep it close. Seeing the Bears aren't doing that because they go for 2 twice, we would have covered. If they would have took any field goal at any point, we would have covered. The Saints, what happens? Instead of taking a fucking field goal when it's 3-0 in the 4th quarter, they decided to go from their own, 22, 23-yard line instead of taking a 6-0 lead, which made it a 12-7 game later to where they had to go for 2. What happened? They didn't get it. That ended up being a 15-12 game, and boom. So not only because you had to go for 2, you lose that extra point, not kicking that field goal, what happens? 16-15, that game is over. And this is what I mean. They're not taking advantage of it. Minnesota and the Houston game, we lost it, and I'm okay with that. But Seattle was in the ass of Miami. What did I say? Skylar Thompson's trash. You could tell me he had decent throwing day, but Seattle was living up in his ass to where it busted his ribs. They were so far up in it. Trash as fuck. Even if he was hitting it. Seattle got its 3 points from a pick from the end zone from Geno Smith because he was in trouble. They did nothing else. Nothing. They were pressured nonstop. Their offensive line is garbage, and the Seahawks were getting in that ass. And it's very important to me because those who know me, I am giving out right information. The end result is ending up bad. It's just ending up bad. What did I say? Mahomes is going to be fucking throwing it all over the place, light it up. Couldn't do much with it, though. But what did he throw the ball? Nearly 40 times? Just saying. This is the shit that I'm fucking talking about. Tampa Bay, zero fucking pressure against Bo Nix. Home. Don't make it a trap game, I said. Don't do it at home. They played exactly that way. So my information that's coming out is 100% correct. And it's very, very frustrating for me personally because I work very hard at what I do. I'm giving out the correct information. 100% correct information. If New Orleans kicks points, Chicago, they kick points, this isn't a 5-5 day I'm talking about. It's a 7-3 day. Those two small little things. And why they do that, it makes no sense. You need points in a low-scoring game to take control to make it a one-possession game instead of a two. Everybody says, oh, we're only one score away, we'll be down 8. You're 2 scores away. Why does everybody keep saying 1? You need 2 scores, not 1. Going for 2 is not as easy as it is kicking an extra point. This is the most points we've ever had kicked through field goals and more touchdowns in the history of the NFL. Think about that. Right now, we're about to begin Super Bowl 59. So I know I can speak for Mr. Wright, was cracking, Mr. Grassy Fields, would it be, that they know I'm giving out the right info. Unfortunately, we're not getting the right result. So even though this is the worst start that I can actually prove in the last 11 years, which I can guarantee you, I can't ever think of having this many losses. I mean, 14-9 through 3 weeks, never that I could think of. Unacceptable. So I know there's 3 to 5 games coming up. Make sure you hang because we are giving out the right info and we're going to get the right results. And I want to make all the people aware about something. Las Vegas ended up releasing an article today that I read. Every team that was a 6.5 point favorite against the spread, in this case, Cincinnati. Cincinnati was 7.5 points. Any team that was minimum 6.5 point favorite, including this game, which Cincinnati will not cover, were 1-11 against the spread. So if anybody was a favorite by 6.5 points, out of 12 teams, 11 did not cover that spread. 11. We, Fades and Parlays podcast, have gone 3-2. Cincinnati will be our second loss with it. And this is the shit that I'm talking about. They're literally offering more money this week. If you will notice any ads, now it's $1,000 to join. Lose your bet and we'll cover you for a $1,000 free bet. They're literally saying we're afraid we're losing people because we've been cleaning house through the first 3 weeks of football. This is an actual article. You could find it on ESPN. Go to sports betting. You will find the article about week 3 and the money that they're pulling in to where they're literally putting on ads for you to come back because they're afraid that the public is losing money because they're cleaning house. So that we're 14-9 is unacceptable, but at least we're still in plus money. Just a brutal week. But again, I want to say again, 0-4, finished 5-5. And for the 5 losses, 3 of the games was 100% the correct information. 100% was correct on the information in every way that I stated. So make sure that you continue to hang with Fades and Parlays with myself and Mr. Wright. We're giving out the right information, but the picks are fucking madness. We're going to have 3 to 5 games this week. We really appreciate you checking in. The info is right. So I want to take a shout out to Mr. Wright, Mr. Grassy Fields, myself, Mr. Sanders. I had to put this out myself because this is unacceptable. And for those that watch this and know me and watch the podcast, they know I don't fucking play. They know I work my ass off and I call shit before even the gods do. Because I got it like that. And it is no way to be egotistical. It is no way to say I know everything, but I work my ass off to get this information. I never want a pat on the back. Never. We could be 22-2 right now. Big whoop-de-whoop. On to next week. There is no ego. But that I know I'm putting out the right information and getting the wrong results, this is what's pissing me off. And it's unacceptable for myself, and that I'm putting this out for other people is really unacceptable because I don't feel comfortable doing this shit anyway. So I myself, Mr. Sanders, want to make sure that you realize we're putting out the right info, right about Jaden Daniels, right about Chase, right about the Seahawks, right about Miami, right about Chicago. We're right about fucking everything that's going on, right? That Jalen Hurts is garbage and can't do shit, but yet they need to run the ball. And what happens when they do? Well, look at the second half of that game. That is all kinds of shit I'm putting out there. So, right info, fucked up results. But again, to end 5-5, oh, here goes Burrow deep. Did he catch that ball? What a grab, Higgins. Oh, he had a foot out of bounds. Damn, still, what a grab. I really appreciate you checking in, man. Really understand. Look at this fucking grab. Oh, shit, he almost caught that. Wow. Higgins with handles. So I appreciate you people checking in. We're going to step this motherfucker up because I've had it with this shit. Continue to pump out. Remember, people, the Chargers are broken. No Herbert, no Derwin James, no Joe Alt, no Slater, no any of these players whatsoever against the Chiefs. I've yet to see the line, but it's got to be at least -7.5, -8 minimum. So I just want to say we need to get this going. Thank you for tuning into this short episode. Again, let's get on it. 14-9. I'm glad we finished at least strong. But the info is right. Good looking out. We'll see you Saturday. Make sure you check out the podcast. We're going to have a handful of games. Let's do this shit, God damn it. Peace.